Hey guys, I'm back again. Yes, I've actually found some time to make some recordings. I mean, we just moved house end of last year. First day back at work, it's kind of like the boss goes, come on, work, get back to work. So I had no time. But now, I'm playing some Hearthstone, as you can hear. And I'm having an absolutely awesome time. I did not rank very high last month, just no time to play. And I haven't played a hell of a lot yet. But in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a pretty awesome deck that I've seen making the rounds. And you might have heard about it. The Faceroll Hunter deck. Ton of fun to play. And it's actually one of those decks that once you get it, it's actually pretty damn easy to play. You just put those cards out, just keep playing them. And eventually you win. Or you lose, but I mean, hell, I haven't lost a game. I've lost one game. And I started today playing at rank 25, and I'm now at rank... Ooh, damn, I've forgotten. Let me take a peek here. I believe... Yeah, I'm rank 18 already, and I've lost one game. So it took me about half an hour to 45 minutes to get there. And that's the other really cool thing about this deck. It's super fast. I mean, incredibly fast. You have to destroy your opponent basically about turn 6, maybe turn 7. And then it's over, and that's it. So even if you lose, you're out quick enough. You can get back in. You can re-queue. You can keep winning. It's a pretty awesome deck to play with. Now, it's been out for a little while, so it's not a brand new deck, and there's already been apparently counters to it in the later stages with the more advanced players. But like I said, I haven't had time to rank that much. I just kind of wanted to present you guys this deck and how it's such a nice, easy deck to play. So how about we go and we actually take a look at the deck itself? Yes, here's our deck. Now, the one nice thing about this deck is that it's not terribly expensive. It's actually not a very expensive deck to build. By expensive, I just mean you don't need lots of the expert cards from the booster packs. There are a few, but it's not too bad. I mean, the worst that you'll see on here is the Leroy Jenkins. That's the only legendary in this entire deck, and that does have alternatives. The one alternative you can have is the Reckless Rocketeer, which is a bit more expensive, but it kind of has the same effect. It's a 5/2 instead of a 6/2. It doesn't give him the 1/1 whelps, but that's an alternative that you can use to, replace Leroy with if you don't have him. Otherwise, it's not too heavy on the very expensive cards. So let's just start off looking at the basics of this deck. The idea of this deck is actually to face roll your enemy as fast as you can. So you pretty much throw everything you've got right from the get-go. You almost completely ignore his minions. The only time you're ever going to consider your opponent's minions is when he's about to kill you with them. That's all. If he's about to kill you and you can't finish him off on your turn, that's when you start worrying and start picking off his minions. Otherwise, you kind of ignore them. And that's what makes this a very easy deck to play as well. So looking through these cards, we've got a couple of we've only got really... I mean, they're not even removal spells. The Arcane Shot is pretty much just used to shoot at the opponent with. 1 mana for 2 damage to your opponent. That's actually pretty damn cheap. So that's a good card to have. Just 2 damage right off the bat. We got the tracking here to help you dig through your deck, obviously, to get all your minions that you need out, your charge minions and things like that to do damage. It's a pretty cool card. There are 2 of those. You've got to be careful with tracking. It's a very double-edged type of card, because sure, it's great. You use it, you get 3 cards in front of you, you can pick one of them. The problem with this deck that I found is that a lot of your cards are always useful. You don't really have many filler cards for this deck. So when you get those 3 options, you kind of want all 3 of them. But there are priorities for this. So if you happen to use tracking, the cards that you've got to look out for are your Starving Buzzard, your Unleash the Hounds, and your Leroy Jenkins. Those 3 are kind of the critical cards for this deck. They're not, even without them, I've won games never seeing those 3. But those 3 kind of change the game completely. I mean, the great thing about Starving Buzzard is if you pop a Starving Buzzard out and your opponent's got some minions out, and then you use your Unleash the Hounds, bang, you get instant card draw. Tons of cards, all depending on how many minions your opponent's got. But yeah, very, very good card to get some card draw. Now, the Leroy Jenkins works incredibly well with Unleash the Hounds as well, because remember, it gives your opponent 2 1/1 whelps. So it's a great finisher, because if you can drop out Leroy Jenkins, there's 6 damage on a charge. Use Unleash the Hounds, you're guaranteed a minimum of 2 hounds, so that's 8 damage. Plus, they'll probably have 1, maybe 2 minions out themselves. So that's another 2, so that's ends up being 10 damage right off the bat. If you can then do something like throw out the Abusive Sergeant and give your Leroy an extra 2 attack, you can see how this is going. You get a Timberwolf out that buffs your hounds. Hell, there's a ton of damage coming out right here. So there's a lot of synergy that works really nicely with this deck. So I've mentioned now the Abusive Sergeant. That's pretty obvious. It's to buff your card so that helps you get more damage out and pump that out as much as you can. The Leponome, great value because you're guaranteed to do at least 2 damage to him. And that's pretty good for a 1-cost card. Remember, we've got Arcane Shot that also does 2 damage. So having another card that's always going to do at least 2 damage, and often I found the heroes tend to try to take this one out themselves with their weapons. So if you've got the likes of the Rogue and the Warrior, if there doesn't have much armor, they'll take 2 damage and then another 2 damage. Awesome value. The Timberwolf, obviously, to buff your beasts. So, when you use Unleash the Hounds, you can use the Timberwolf to give them an extra attack. Very, very powerful. The only real removal you've got, which can help you stay alive, is your Explosive Trap. So you've kind of got to be careful where you time this. If you're playing against a sort of rush deck, the Warlock rush decks and so on, the Explosive Trap is awesome. It'll help keep those minions down. Misdirection. Now, this is a hilarious card to play because... just one example, I was playing against a Druid, we were both on 10 health, and he decided he was going to drop his Ironbark Protector. Fantastic card for him. So I drop a Misdirection, no, he was on 12. I drop a Misdirection, I shoot my hero ability to deal 2 damage, he's down to 10 now. Then he decides to buff his Ironbark Protector with that +2 attack, +2 health card, I can't remember what it's called, and then attack me, and I had no minions. So he misdirected into himself and killed himself. Absolutely awesome. That's where Misdirect is really powerful. When your opponent's got some really beefy, strong minions, it keeps it off of you, and especially when you've got very few minions, it keeps that off of you and potentially attacks him, which is what you want after all, or his minions. Hey, it's actually a great removal spell, or just to protect you a bit, cause some damage to him or his minions. Pretty awesome. Unleash the Hound, very, very powerful card for this deck, especially with that charge. The more of these you can get, obviously, the better, so you must try and time this when it's a good time to use it. I've sometimes just used it when I've got no other options, because you've got to maintain and keep up the damage potential for this deck. Otherwise, if the damage potential dies out, you're going to lose. The Bluegill Warrior, just a great 2-mana card for the charge. This is not normally a good card in most decks, but in this one it is, because we're trying to push damage as fast as possible. We don't care if their minions die quickly. We just want to drop them, hit, and that's it. That's if we hit his face once, value, done. That's why this is in here. Ironbeak Owl, this is really here because of taunts. Taunts is what can really mess this deck up. So it's great to have the Ironbeak Owl to just mitigate that, and I've used that quite a lot. It's damn useful for that. Starving Buzzard for card draw, especially with Unleash the Hounds, very, very powerful card. Eaglehorn Bow, because we're playing with some secrets, this is actually a fantastic card to have. And and weapons are great because it's not like minion cards that have to wait a turn if they don't have charge. You can attack immediately with your weapon. And playing with secrets, you drop the Eaglehorn Bow, you hit him once in the face, you drop a secret. Then next turn he's going to trigger your secret, you get your durability back, you can hit him again, drop another secret. It keeps it alive, it keeps it going. You can get a lot of damage potential out of this Eaglehorn Bow. And remember, you're using all your damage as much as possible to hit your opponent in the face, not his minions. Kill Command, just because that's a great damage card, especially if you've got a beast on the field. So if you do have a couple of hounds left over, maybe you've got an Ironbeak Owl out, 5 damage, a great way to finish him off at the end. I often find this is very useful. I've even used this to kill off taunts. I found that can be really useful. But it really you should try to use it to push through damage to your enemy. The Arcane Golem. Again, it's just a great value 3-mana card for all the damage you want to do. A charge. It doesn't matter that you give the mana crystals. It really doesn't matter, because you're dropping this, you're hitting them for 4. Maybe they can't kill it, and then you can hit them for 4 again. It's a very powerful card, even with the extra mana crystal for them. You don't care. You want to kill them so fast that it doesn't matter that they got the extra mana crystal. So not a bad thing to have. The Wolf Rider, again, 3 damage for 3 mana. It's just like an instant damage spell. You just want to push that damage. Leroy Jenkins, same thing. It's there for that extra damage and for the synergy with Unleash the Hounds. Yes. So you give him 2 minions and then you create 2 of your own based on that. Or more with his other minions. Freaking fantastic. You need to say something else. Alright. So we've taken a look at this deck now. Now, like I said, the way to play this deck is that we want to we want to rush our opponent as much as we can. So what we're going to do is we are going to try and play some games and rank up a little bit more, because my rank's a bit low. I've only ranked up today with this deck a bit. So let's go play some ranked. Oh, scratchy throat, scratchy throat. Remember, if you guys have any questions about the cards in the deck, feel free to comment. I pretty much respond to every comment I get. So feel free. If you have any comments about your experience playing against it or playing with this deck, share with everybody. Why not? Alright, we're playing as a shaman. Good. Because the one hero that this deck struggles with sometimes is the... Ooh, it's not a bad... I'm going to drop that. I'm going to drop these two because you really want the Iron Beak Owl later for taunts and Explosive Trap later when there's lots of minions. This will be very useful. Tracking can be useful. I'm going to use that, right. Druids are generally the... I get the Iron Beak back. Druids are generally the toughest because they're so full of taunt. They have so many ways to slow you down. And that's what the last thing you want. You don't want to be slowed down. So, oh, cool. Okay, I've got an option for my first turn. Right, enter. Right. Now, remember, we're going to be going for him. So I'm thinking on turn 2, I'm actually going to use the coin to drop him. Okay, at least he gets 2 damage. Oh, no, it silenced it. That's a good card for that one. Well, that was clever of him. So, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm contemplating actually dropping the Wolf Rider now. And I may actually do that, yes. Let's get this damage out fast. And get that out. Right. Not as much damage as I was hoping so far, but let's get going. Let's just hope he's not... The only way to counter this deck, this Hunter deck, is with a ton of taunts like the Druids are doing, or to heal a lot. I mean, if you heal yourself way out of trouble, then this just burns... You just burn yourself out and you can't actually maintain all that damage. Ah, bollocks. So this is a lot of what people are doing. They are countering this type of deck with a lot of the healing. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hit him in the face with that. I'm going to Abusive Sergeant this guy to give him 5 damage, and then hit him in the face again. Remember, we're pushing, pushing, pushing. Now he's got to pick between the two of them. He might have a spell to clear them both, but they've both done their job already. So I'm happy. I've already done 5 damage, 8 damage with the Wolf Rider, and thanks to the Abusive Sergeant. So hey, not too bad. Could have been better, but you know, this is you just got to kind of keep pushing. Okay, Stormforged Axe, he's going to clear them both off. But the nice thing about the Stormforged Axe, he's going to take no extra damage. We do not mind that. Yes, please, take some damage. Thank you. Now that Wolf Rider has paid for itself immensely, which is pretty damn fantastic. Alright, so we got 4 mana to play with here, and I don't want to use the Silence, that's for later. I'm going to use the Bluegill Warrior, but I'm contemplating using a tracking as well. Actually, I think I'm going to leave the tracking for now. I'm not short on cards right now. I've got a card to play. Maybe next turn if I need some more cards. Now, he's down to 16 already. We're on turn 4 and he's halfway through his health. Got to keep putting the pressure on. What's nice is he's focusing on killing me. He's not actually trying to... he's focused on killing my minions. He's not trying to attack me. So like I said, the only way to beat this is to heal yourself out of trouble constantly, or the other way is to actually rush your opponent down instead. So I've had that happen, where the guys try to actually rush me down instead, which gets a bit scary eventually. Okay, we've got the Arcane Golem, and I can silence that, which might be useful because he's going to start pounding on me pretty heavily. Although I'd like to use a tracking. Getting Unleash the Hounds now would be fantastic. So I'm going to try that. Yes! Oh, damn, I'm going to lose one of them. Oh well. So now what we can do... I'm going to actually Unleash the Hounds now. And you'll see why. Now I get 3 of those, but I give them all +1 attack. And hit him for 6, bring him down to 10. And now he has 4 minions that he has to clear off the board, and I'm going to use my other tracking. Okay, I'll just take an Explosive Trap to help. That's really all I can do there. Cool. Now he's got a decision to make. He's only got 2 minions that can attack. He's got the weapon as well. But that means he can only clear off 3 of them. Okay, now there's a silence target. If he doesn't clear the... I can rush him with the golem as well. So there's 4 damage there immediately. I'm going to silence that taunt. He's giving that attack. Okay. So I guess he's trying to rush me now. Okay, that's his death. He thinks he's safe behind his taunt wall. I got bad news for you, fella. You're goners. And especially with that now. So, there we go. It's silenced. I've given him an extra mana crystal, which doesn't mean anything. And he's dead. And there we go. He knows it. Cool. See how easy that was? I never touched a single one of his minions. Just keep pushing the damage. Keep pushing it. And I've just win streaked. This is such a cool deck. Okay. So let's play another game. Why not? Let's try one more. This deck is so much fun. My goodness. Love it, love it, love it. He was trying with the taunt there, but luckily I had my Ironbeak Owl sitting there ready and waiting to pounce on a taunt. Yes, okay. Here we go. We're the opponent. Please not the druid, please not. Okay, it's a warrior. That's fine. Actually, I don't mind because they've got weapons that they'll need to use to remove minions. Okay, so that's not a bad... the arcane shot's not bad for turn 1. Now there is a left explosive trap and kill command I'm going to leave for later, but I'm going to actually play both of these. I'm actually play them both on turn 1. That might be great with the coin. Yeah, that's what I'm going to end up doing. Because turn 2 I've got my hero ability. So if he's going to pass the turn to me. Are you? With the turn? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Give it to me. Yes! Thank you. So now... Bing! 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 Greetings. How are you? I'm good. Good. How are you? Oh, I hope he weapons up on the Leopardum, because that's great. Then I'll get guaranteed 4 damage out. So for turn 2, I can just hero power. That's 2 damage. That's fantastic. Oh well, doesn't matter. But I forced him to use a cruel taskmaster on killing instead of buffing. Good trade. Not bad. Okay. Hero power, end turn. So he's already down to 24, and that's just turn 2 now. This is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. So I can Arcane Golem next turn to really push the damage. I think I'm going to, actually. Yes, I'm going to do that. So it's going to be... Actually, maybe I shouldn't this early. Just not bump his mana up too quickly. Okay, so I'm going to use him. Do 3 damage. End the turn. And next turn I'll have 4. I'm not going to Leroy Jenkins because I'd like to try and you know, combo that with my Unleash the Hounds if I can. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Whole point of this deck is to play fast. Now he's buffing himself. Oh, nice one. Okay, Explosive Trap's definitely going up now because he's got that thing Wind Fury. Okay. So, it's going to be Explosive Trap. It's going to be 2 damage to get rid of that. And now he knows what deck I'm playing. That's why he's armoring up now. So Explosive Trap will take care of that. Yes. Don't forget to tip the DJ. Yes. Don't forget to tip the DJ. Alright, come on, play your hand. You can do it, you can do it. Gets busy scratching at the door. There we go. Dead. Thank you. Nice playing with you. And the great thing about the Explosive Trap, it also does damage to him, which is exactly what you want. So I wiped out some of his synergy there. I've got a tracking sitting waiting. So I'm going to Arcane Golem and Hero Power next turn, which will bring him down quite a bit. Let's break everything that we can here while we wait for the Slowpoke. He has... Ooh, that's shame. Oh well. So, Hero Power, Arcane Golem, hit him for that 4, and now his health is lower than mine. I gave him the extra mana, but hey, we need to kill him. Oh, damn. Sorry about that. So if by turn 7 I haven't yet got my Unleash the Hounds, I'll use the tracking to try to find it. And then then I've got 6 mana left and I can do it. Come on. Dum da dum da dum dum. What? Oh, the Enrage. Oh, okay. Interesting. Now I'm contemplating, do I kill that? Okay, there's my Unleash the Hounds. Now, that's not going to do... It's going to give me 3 Hounds. That's 9 damage. I need to do 18. Shit. I need to... And... No, but I don't have enough mana for that as well. So, I'm going to have to destroy his Smith. Unfortunately, because this is the case now, I'm going to die. Because this thing has 7 and 4, and that's 11. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. Not ideal, but that's what we've got to do. Then I'm going to drop this one and hit him again. For 4 again. And he's probably going to go for my face with his Arcanite Reaper. He thinks he's probably won, so he might not go for my Golem. We'll have to see. Maybe he's got something. There we go. He's gonna... Oh, there we go. Well played. You can't win them all. It's the second game I've lost this entire time now, which is pretty cool. Not much I could do about that, unfortunately. This deck doesn't run any oozes, so I couldn't really get rid of his weapon that way. But yeah, so that's the second game. Just looking at time. I think maybe... No, I've dropped a star. I think maybe let's try one more game, and then you guys have seen this Faceroll Hunter deck in action. So let's play one more game. Let's hope it goes better this time, because that's where the problem comes in. If the guy can rush you down faster, obviously, hey, there's nothing you can do about that. The card draw I had stunk a little bit. Wasn't terrible, but it could have been better. Yeah. But like I said, generally these are very quick games. The one actually took a bit longer than it usually does because he was a bit thoughtful. And really, when you play this, oh, we might have a mirror match up here. Because like I said, this deck has been a bit popular. Alright, so I'm dropping the Abusive Sergeant because he's later. You need to buff things later with him. The Timberwolf as well, and the Explosive Trap, because that's when there's lots of minions. Confirm. I'll leave the Wolf Rider because turn 3 is not so far away. Tracking. And I get them back. Oh my god. Ah, wonderful. Okay. That's an interesting choice. Okay. Oh, there we go. I can do Arcane Shot to his face. That is the best bet. Okay. So next turn I am going to drop the Wolf Rider. Give him 3 damage. He's going to give me 3 damage now with the combination of that and his boar. But that's fine. He's probably going to have to use his boar to pick off my Wolf Rider because that's a bigger threat. So hey, we're getting there, Okay, so drop the Wolf Rider, charge him in the face, and turn. Okay, you're going to have to take it out now. You haven't really got a choice. You kind of got to do it. Okay, which one have you got? It's always the fucking bear. Always! Ah! Anyway, so what do we get? Kill command. Well, I've got a beast and I could use a kill command on it. I might have to. Because you need to get past the taunt. I've done enough mana. Because 3 damage ain't gonna do it. And that's annoying. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is tracking. I'm just gonna soak up the damage. And I might actually take the misdirection now. Let him hit me and laugh as it hits him back. Tough choice, this one. Okay, misdirection it is. And yeah, enter. Let's see what happens. Probably going to cause 4 damage to himself now. We can hope, we can hope. That's more damage than I could have done. He's got the eagle on bow, alright. Fantastic. Please do 5 damage to yourself. Please? Come, 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 come. Yes, yes. Yeah. Don't hit the wolf. Please don't hit the wolf. No, no. Ah. Well. Oh, the bastard. He's got his eagle on bow. Whenever any secret is revealed. Okay. Clever bugger. Well, now this will work. Yeah. It's slowing me down though. I don't like that. It's annoying. I don't want to put my own wolf out because that'll just get picked off by his weapon in turn. That's all I can do now. I know I say you have to go for his face, but you know I can't take that taunt and it gets in the way of my other creatures. It's annoying. Now he's going to charge. Okay. So time for me to make amends here. Come on, give me some good cards to play with here. Miguel, not really what I was hoping for. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to have to eagle on bow, hit him in the face, shoot him and hit him. And let's see what happens. I'm hoping I can get some of my charge minions out and then abusive sergeant them and bring him down faster. But now he's got this charge thing out. Oh my word. Yeah, this isn't going very well. Another abusive sergeant. That doesn't help me, guys. So I'm going to take out one of his taunts. Not ideal. I can silence the other one. So I'll do that. Let me drop the buzzard and get some card draw. Silence that one. Lepanum will shoot in the face. I am thinking Lepanum, and hopefully one of them survives till next turn and I can use an abusive sergeant. Let's see. I'm looking double abusive sergeant and Timberwolf. Wow. If any of them survive, that is. We'll have to see. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, he's just going from the face now and he's won. Well played. I don't see any way out of this now unless I can kill him. Alrighty, I can Timberwolf. I can Timberwolf. Oh, I should have waited. I'm silly. Tracking doesn't help me anyway. Lepanum doesn't help me anyway. Then I can... I may actually have it. Yep, I do. No, I don't. Damn. Because they don't have charge. It was worth a shot. Got a mana left. It doesn't matter what I pull. And there's an unleash the hounds. Ah, my word. And an eagle horn bar. I could have misdirected so nicely into his face. Oh well. That's the end of that one. Why am I losing? You guys are bad luck. Seriously. 2 games in a row I've lost now. That's not on. Yeah, whatever. But there's the Faceroll Hunter deck. Usually it works pretty well. For some reason you guys are bad luck and making me lose games now. Maybe it's just because I'm going up in the rankings, so I'm seeing bigger players. But hey, it was fun making a video again with you guys. And next time I'm considering actually putting together a sequence of videos on really cheap decks, as in completely free decks. Yes, you don't need any booster packs for them. So, and kind of a demo that Hearthstone isn't exactly pay to win. Because as you saw, that deck, hey, wasn't very expensive deck to play. Not that expensive. You don't need all legendaries. Check out Total Biscuit's a legendary deck and see how uselessly pitiful it is. Anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe for more content in the future. Like this if you did. Don't dislike if you didn't. Don't do that. Don't want you to do that. And feel free to comment, because like I said, I comment back. I comment back. Yes, if you got questions, if you want to share stuff, feel free. See you guys next time. Ciao.